Right, all sorted, all done. Just wait a couple of minutes. We might be on our own tonight. We might. But let's just see. So we're going festive again. We're going to be making this little fella. Haha, we are. Hi Chris. That's alright, just wanted to make sure we were live and up and running. Hi Renee. Right, I'll just wait just a couple more seconds and then we'll crack on. So, oh, I know Chris, I know, it's so sad, so sad. I will miss Sylvia, I will, bless. Right, let's get started. The sooner we get started, the sooner we can get finished. And I could put my feet up. Right, okie dokie. Hello, good evening and welcome. Lorna Carter from Lorna Carter's Creations, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based here in the UK. So, I was not here last week. I was not on your screens. But I thought, I know it's not July, I know it's not Christmas in July anymore, but I'm bringing you Christmas in August. And this is the little card we're going to be making tonight. Absolutely love this. I love the bundle. And here we go. And I've found a couple of ways to make this interactive. I could just play with it for ages. I love it. I think it's great. Doesn't have to be a Christmas card, can be a birthday card. We can put a nice scenery in the background. Because this is the stamp set, and as you can see, we have the Christmas sentiment, but we've got sending you sunny thoughts, special delivery, every day is a fresh start, farm fresh, and then we've got lovely trees, and these are two-step stamps, so you've got your base and then you colour in, and we've got flowers, and that's the colouring in for the flowers. That's more flowers. We have a presents, we have a palm tree and a surfboard. But my favourite is we have the Christmas tree. And obviously here is the truck. It's brilliant. So we stamp the outline, then we stamp whatever colour we want. Like I've done it in real red on here. Stands out really well. Great Christmas card. So that is the stamp set. And I shall bring in the bunch. Trucking Along Builder Punch, it's actually called, and it's great. You don't have to stamp, you can just punch the truck out. You've got a window, you've got your fenders or wheel arches, whatever you want to call them, and your wheels. It's great, absolutely fab. So love it. And this is an online exclusive, so this can only be bought online. It won't appear in any catalogues. So if you like different bits and bobs, you will have to visit online. If you haven't got a demonstrator, you can visit my store, lornacarter.stampinup.net. Brilliant. Right, let's get started. So this is what we call a bridge card. So it stands up on its own. It's lovely. And then I say you can play with it. Right, let's go for it. Let's go for it. I do have Tilly with me. She is sat quietly at the moment, but you never know. She might just come and say hello. We are using, and this is a beautiful colour, Pretty Peacock for the base. And we're using, I've used this before, we're using these gorgeous gingham papers. Glorious Gingham 6x6. It's in Berry Burst, Blueberry Bushel, Lemon Lime Twist, Pecan Pie and Pretty Peacock. And there are 40 sheets, 6x6. So it is lovely. So we're using Pretty Peacock, that side, but you can also use the bigger side. This is a Pecan Pie. We have Lemon Lime Twist, Blueberry Bushel, and somewhere on here is Berry Burst. So I love it. It's really nice colours. Great for any sort of card. I'm just going to put all my bits away because I've got my piece out that we're going to cut. So that is good. Good fun. Right. So I'll get my trimmer out. I'm going to sit down. Hopefully you can see me okay. I've got both fans running. Is it too noisy? Can you hear me okay? I never thought to ask the question at the beginning. Right, so to make this card we are going to do the base card. We're cutting along A4, which is just short of 30 centimetres by 21. So I'm cutting at 10 centimetres, and we want this to be 10 centimetres by 20 centimetres. So I can pop that piece over there. I'm just going to have to... Oh, that's good. That's fab. So I'm so warm up here tonight. It's really muggy. And it might just be a hot moment anyway. You know what I mean. Those ladies of a certain age. Oh dear. Right. Okay, so we've got our base piece, 20 centimetres by 10 centimetres. Right, from each end we need to score at 2.5, and I've made sure that I've taken my cutting blade out of the way, because you know what I'm like, I'm lethal. So I'm just going to do 2.5 centimetres that side, 2.5 centimetres that side. And then, because we need to fold it in the opposite direction, I'm going to spin it over and we're going to score at, oh, there's Monty come now, 5 centimetres. Are you going on there, buddy? Go on then. I might have to spray some catnip spray to keep him out of the way, because you're a little cheeky, aren't you? Hi Diane. Hi Barbara. Lovely to see you all. Well, not literally, but you know what I mean. Okay, so that's our base card. We'll burnish that in a moment. Pop that to one side. Right, let's get our other bits cut while we've got the trimmer. So I've got some basic white. We don't want your Monty Python. No, we don't. Let me see if I can entice him. That's it. He likes a bit of catnip spray. We're all prepared. Right, so we need 2 pieces of 9.5 centimetres by 9.5 centimetres. Monty, you're knocking my camera. No, he says, I need to sit here, Mum. You always get, if it's not Tilly, it's Monty. So 9.5 by 9.5, 2 of. One for the rear of the card so you can write on your sentiment, and 1 for the back, which we're going to stamp and blend. Okay, so I'll just make sure 9.5, yeah, so that's 2 squares, 9.5 by 9.5 centimetres. We then need 2 pieces. I've just, oh, that's it. 2 pieces at 15 centimetres. I'm going to do 1 at 3 centimetres. In fact, I'm going to do 3.5. It's up to you how tall you want the snow. It doesn't really matter. But you don't want it too narrow because we're putting this mechanism in so that the truck can whiz along. Okay, so that's 2 pieces. Right, I shall cut. Monty's sat on it. That's it, Mum. Just mind your leg. Thank you very much. You go on there then. Right. So the gingham paper we need. He won't have it. It'd sooner sit right next to me. We need 2 pieces at 9.5 centimetres by 2 centimetres. So I'm just gonna cut the 2. Wagging his tail. You're in my space, puss. I'm not in yours. Just get rid of my rubbish. So this is, as I say, 2 centimetres by 9.5. Right. Now, I think that is it for now. I don't think we need that again. Right, I can sit down. Oh, Monty, taking up 1/3 of the space, mate. Aren't you? Hey. So we have 2 outside pieces, 2 pieces for the mechanism. Oh, we do want it again. 2 pieces of white, and we will need some window sheet, acetate, whatever you want to call it, but I'll cut that in a minute. Right. So let's burnish. So the reason why I turned this over when I was scoring is because we need to sort of concertina these. So the furthest one in we need to fold forwards, and the outer ones we need to fold outwards. Whoops. So this is what we've got. Whoops. I don't know if it's the fan or whether I've... That's better. Don't know if I've cut that on the wonk. I think it's the fans that's blowing it. Yeah, it is. Right, so that's the base. So we need to pop, if you want to stamp a sentiment on here, that's fine, but we're just going to stick that down there, just like that. So let's get some glue. I'll pop that down. So that is the back done. I say if you want to stamp, you can still stamp on it, doesn't matter. But you want to be stamping on it sort of now, not when it's all put together. Okay, right. We popped it here. So what I'm going to do next is the 2 gingham pieces. They're going right on the outside. So we're just going to stick those on. So that bit's done. And this card actually fits in just a standard size envelope. It will fold flat, well, flattish. I don't know if I've posted it because it's got a little bit of depth to it. If you post it, I would say it'd be a well, in the UK anyway, a large letter. But it's just nice for well, I suppose you could say you could post it. Everything's so expensive though nowadays to post. Right, so 1 base card. Okay, I'm just going to pop these to one side because we're now going to go on and do our blending and our stamping. So I have, because the photopolymer stamp sets, I've got my Stamp and Paste mat. Just put that up, up there, ready to pick up. We need a scrap of paper, and I know what I lost last night and I didn't find it, so we'll have to make a new one. That is not, oh no, I've found it. Obviously got knocked off. I'm going to be using, you don't have to, but I'm going to be using, where is it gone? Where is it gone? We're going to be using the basic border dies. These don't half get some hammer. Oh, sorry, yeah, go on, Mont, out the way, please. I'm waffling away and I'm not watching my comments. Oh, sorry, Renee. Oh, I think Izzy's actually. Right, so one's 15 centimetres by 3.5 and I've done the other one at 15 centimetres by 4 centimetres. So that is totally up to, it's only for the depth of the snow at the front. But as I said, we've just got to be a little bit careful with the mechanism on it. I've done one, just let me show, oh, cat's getting everywhere, just mind, you sat on everything, aren't you? So that one, I did that one that bit higher, this one that bit lower. But if we do the mechanism, we've got to bear in mind that we need that gap so we can pop the mini dimensionals in, so we can stick that truck on. I have done another one, I just did it quickly before we started, and this is just slightly different, but it's a little bit harder to to push and pull, but I was just playing to see. I mean, it does work, so I can tell you how I did both anyway. That's not a problem. So we'll just pop that to the side. The cat has moved slightly. So our basic border dies. You'll have probably seen me do this before. I've taken this wiggly line looking like clouds, and I've just diagonally cut it across a piece of card, and this makes lovely clouds. Okay, so that is basic border dies I've used for that. And once you've got it, I've had this ages, this template. I just keep using and using and using. Right, so for the sky, we're going with Tahitian Tide. You also need a scrap, just a scrap of card. Just get one. Right. So your scrap of card is to make mountains. So all I'm going to do, I've just cut a piece of card, and all I'm going to do now is rip it. So we need to make some sort of little mountains. So here we go. I'm not the best at this, but we don't obviously need all this, but I've done that a bit too. I told you I'm not the best at this. Doesn't matter whatever we do, we're just making some sort of background. This is what we've got. So it doesn't have to be perfect whatsoever, and you can choose where we want it. Now if you wanted to do a nighttime card, you could do, and we've got our, if we do our mountains here, we could mask and we could have a big moon. So there's so many different things you can do with this, so many different things. Right, so what I'm going to do is just get some tape. You don't have to do this, but you can guarantee I'm live and I'll end up. So I'm going to go, you can put it wherever you want. I'm going to go somewhere like that. So I'm just popping some tape just to hold this down. And obviously we want to be at the top here. Right, we're set up, I think. Tahitian Tide. A blending brush, just pick a bit of colour up, and I'm just going to knock some colour off. I really ought to have, I don't know, we'll see. It's a little bit textured, my board underneath. So all we're going to do is pop our mask on, and we're going to make clouds. Okay, and then all we're going to do is just, let's just go like that, I think. And just, you don't need to re-ink, we're just getting the impression of clouds that are building up. Okay, and then that is all we need to do. So you can just see we've got, oh, I don't know if you can or not, let me bring it up a little bit. We've just got some clouds building up there. So you don't have to do it like this, you can just blend the background. But I like to use my basic borders for that. Right, I'm now going to pull that off. So you can see now we've got what looks like snow-covered mountains. Okay, I might just go in oh, what do I do? No, I'll leave it as it is. I will leave it as it is. Right, so we need to make the background. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just at the bottom, we've just got whatever. You don't actually see this, so you don't have to. I'm going to swap now for Pool Party. It's just that little bit paler, and all I want to do is just make a bit of a shadow on the mountains. Now just let me, I can just do this, so I'm using the same brush. So I've just picked some Pool Party. I don't want a lot of this, just want a little bit. As you can see, I've just got that line across the bottom, and all I'm going to do now is take my mask and we're just going to do just a little bit of freehand work with the mountains. Thank goodness Monty's going. Oh. Right, just to take that brightness off. Okay, we now yes, that's all right, it's my brain. This is Lost Lagoon. I stamped the trees in Lost Lagoon. Now you'll maybe not know from looking at that card, but I have used the tree that comes in the pack that's done this to do the background. You wouldn't realise until you start looking down and you can see all different, because it's obviously cut off on an angle. So what we're going to do, I'm going to ink up. I'm just going to stand up. Oh, stamping mat. Oh, where are you? I popped it there. I will leave that on. So we're going to do a border of trees. This is full strength. I'm just working along. We're just working along. You can do them taller, shorter, however you want. Okay, so we've got full strength. I'm just going to stamp off now. And in between, we're just going to stamp. Second generation. So it's just to make, I just wanted to make a background out of the stamp set. If you're wanting to do a little bit more, you can do. You can do another row of full strength, it's up to you. You can just see the tops of these trees. Okay, so it just looks like a forest. Hi Louise! Right, so that's Lost Lagoon used. Okay, right. What else do we need? So I'm making this a Christmas card again. So I'm going to stamp the greeting in the corner. And it's wishing you a festive Christmas. That is in the stamp set. So I'm just going to ink up. Just going to bring it down so I can see where I'm going. And I want it to the right hand side. There we go. Wishing you a festive Christmas. We'll need that again in a moment. Right. So for now we have everything on there. If you wanted to put some sparkle on there, go ahead. I'm waiting. I'm totally out of Wink of Stella. And I've got one coming hopefully on Friday. So you could put a bit of shimmer on as if it was the snow. Let's move that to one side. Right. What have I done now? I've put my base card down, do you know? There we go, it's alright. I've put my dies over it. So we're going to bring our base card back and we're going to pop our backing into there. Okay, so let's glue that down. I tell you, I'd lose my head if it was unscrewed. My memory at the moment is terrible. Right, so we're just gonna, there's just a tiny board around that. Okay, so the card is now coming together. Okay, we just, that is on, you will stay. Don't know what I've done there. Just going to trim. That's better. It's maybe me, but it is being blown. Right. Let's stamp our beautiful truck. We have, let me me just move everything to one side. So we want shaded spruce for the tree. I want Pebbled Path for the wheels. This one. Real red for the truck itself, and smoky slate to ground the truck, which is this down here. Okay, right, so memento ink. We're just going to ink up our stamp. Is it going that way? Not quite, it's going that way. So just ink that up. Right, so love it. Absolutely love it. As soon as I saw it advertised, that was it. I had to have it. So this is it's up to you whether you do the inside or outside first. I prefer doing the outline. We're going to ink up with real red, and you've really got to get right over the top of this. Let's see if we can do it on air. And it's got highlights. It's amazing. There we go. How cool is that? Fabulous. Fabulous. Right. Let me pop that red away before I get it everywhere. So we are then going with Pebbled Path. This is one of the new in colours, or the latest in colours, should we say. I'm just going to change blocks. And pop this on here. Right, just let me... wants to be on straight and it's not. Right, let's just... If you don't want to stamp, you can always colour it in with blends or pens or whatever. So we're just... not quite got this one, but hey. It's because can't really tell. It'll be fine. So that is our truck. I'm going to punch the truck out. Just let me pop that away. So let's punch the truck out so we can pop that in. And as always, Stampin' Up punches are the best. Just got to get it down a bit. Oh, I moved it and I shouldn't have done. Right. Let's go like that. So we're just gonna punch. There we go. And we need to stamp the tree. I put the tree on separate. I didn't stamp it on because we won't be able to punch out the truck. So this is shaded spruce, and we're just going to ink up. We're just going to stamp it like so. I've got a cat hair on there, but as you can see, that's how you'd stamp it, as if it was going up the back of the truck. Right, so with this we need to fussy cut it out. It doesn't take long. So what I'm going to do, so I can actually stick it to the truck, I'm going to leave a piece at the bottom so we can go round just fussy cut it out. I've always wanted one of these trucks, old fashioned, in red. On some of these Christmas movies you watch, they've got these. I love them. So just going round, just roughly going down and cutting out, and I'm just gonna go like that. And what I am going to do, so it will sit, I'm just going to nip, so you can see I've just cut into that, because when we pop it on the truck like so, we can just get it like that. So let's stick that down, let's glue it down, let's have a bit of tear and tape, I think. Glue those out the way. And we need this at the, doesn't look right, but we need it, the tape at the front, because we're sticking it. Oops, can't see what I'm doing. There we go. So we'll now stick it. Everything's sticking to me. That's it. Take that off, and let's stick the tree to the truck. And I will, because this has got a white edge, I'm just going to cut as close to the black line just like that. Just take that piece off, and then we're just gonna pop that. Okay, so we have our truck. Right, here goes for the fun. Here does go for the fun. Right. So when this goes in an envelope, I'll show you on this one, it's going in like that. So one side folded, one side flat. Okay. So what we need, the deepest of the two white pieces that's going on the front, we're just gonna wiggle cut as if it's snowdrifts. So we've got that piece like so, but when we glue this on, we're going to have that flat, that to go on there, and that flat. so it makes it so much easier. And then what you do is you fold it the way you've glued it down into the envelope. Okay, we'll show you that in a minute. So that's the back one. This is the front one. I am going to wiggle cut this. Just random. Like so. So if we stick those two together, or not literally stick them together, you can see they're slightly different. Just going to do this end. That's it. So one is higher than the other. Okay. The front one, we need to cut our channel in. Right, let me show you how I did it. Let's just pop all that to one side and just leave the front. Okay, while we've just got the front, we can stamp our grey. This is, did I say grey granite? Sorry, smoky slate. So all over the front. Can't see what I'm doing. I don't know if it's level or not. We're just stamping. So it just gives it some grounding. That's what I wanted. Okay. So we've got to look to see where we're going to want our channel. So as long as the wheels are on the grey bit, okay, we can see, just get a pen, excuse me, just get a pencil. Where is it? There it is. Got my cat pencil. Okay. That's not kitty hair, that's mummy hair. Right. So we can see that's where the wheels come. This is where the bonnet comes. So we need to have that channel in between those two. So if I just mark just in the middle, it's got to be within those two marks. Now just faintly, I'm just going to get a ruler, I'm just going to mark it. You can rub it off. We're just going to just mark it slightly. So we can rub this off. But it just gives us an idea where we want our gully to be, our cutout. So I do need my trimmer back. Sorry, Monty. Monty was quite happy, oops, to have the trimmer. Right, this is the bit, that's the bit. You've just got to be a little bit careful. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark 2.5 centimeters from each end. And I'm just going to do the line up. So this is where we want our cut to start and finish. Okay, right, and you've got to remember, as I said at the beginning, we are going to be popping the truck onto the acetate window sheet, whichever you prefer to call it, with mini dimensionals. So we've got to make sure that a mini dimensional can fit in this line. Okay, right, this is the worst bit about it. So as long as we're within those lines and we can get a dimensional, a small dimensional in. So what I'm doing is looking, if I just bring this up, I don't know if you can see or not, I'm lining up at 12.5 centimetres, so that is 2.5 centimetres in from the end. I don't know if you can see that or not. I don't know if the light's good enough. So I'm just going to drop my blade. Just let me get back. Come on, stuck. $12.5. Drop my blade in. We're going to cut up until we get to 2.5. So we're looking for the 2.5 mark at this side. So we have then made our first cut. Okay, I'm going to spin it round and we're going to do the same. So I say we're looking at 12.5, dropping our blade in, cutting up to 2.5. This is what we've got. I'm then going to get my scissors, my snips, and we're just going to snip at each end and just okay. I'm hoping this all makes sense to everybody. So we can see on there we've got that hole or the line down the centre, the cutout. And I'm just going to pop it up against mini dimensionals, and they'll go diagonally as well as straight, so we're fine. We're absolutely fine. That's what we've got to be cautious of, that we can stick our truck onto the acetate. Right, so I'm now going to cut some acetate. I had a piece. The trouble is with acetate, you can't see it when it's down, and I actually can't see it. I might have to dig and delve and get another piece. What did I do with it? That's the trouble when it's... Haha. There we go. But is that long enough? Yeah. I don't think this is with the original piece, but... So we're going to cut a piece of this. I think this will be alright. We'll just measure it just to make sure. So it doesn't have to go all the way to the end of the truck. So we can do it up to halfway. So yeah, this should be okay. I usually did it at 15, but this is just short of 14 centimetres. and I'm going to do it at 1 and just going to do it at 1 3/4. We can always take 1 3/4 centimeters. We can always take a bit more off this. I don't think, can you see that? I don't know if you can or not. That's the trouble when we're working with something see-through. Right. So what we've got to be cautious with is when we pop that onto there, that onto there, we've got to make sure we have a channel. That's good. So we've got to make sure we've got this channel so we can actually move it backwards and forwards. Okay, just let me get a rubber and rub my lines off. Just to rub them off. So we could always stamp on the other side, it doesn't really matter. But they'll do rub off. Okay, about done. Are we going all right? Are we in time? Do we need to go over anything? I just don't want to hold you back. In the catalogue we have these, what do they call them? Foam adhesive strips. So oh great, everybody's alright, spot on, all good in the hedgehog world. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Right, so we're going to be using these. These are great for shaker cards, that sort of thing. And I say what we've got to be careful of here, and I'm just going to pop the backing down, and I'm going to pop that where I think it'll be. That will work. Going to pop that over the top, so it looks like we have plenty of room to pop our foam strips on. So let's get a foam strip out. So this needs to be right at the very bottom of the card, and then we're just gonna cut it off. That's at the bottom, and what I'm going to do is I'm just, if I can pick it up, just going to pop that just, yeah, so we can just get another strip. So we only want it down each side, we don't want it on the edges, because we need somewhere to pull this out. Could have actually gone a bit closer, but hey, I think we'll be fine. Right. So what we're going to do, we're going to stick this down, and I think I'm going to go in this way, so that is the front face down. I'm going to take, I haven't taken it off yet, but I'm going to take the adhesive off, and I'm going to stick that down like so. Let's do that. This is where it all goes wrong. Oh, go on. That's it. Okay. So it is face down. So we're going to try. I'm just going to bring it down a little. I'm lining this edge up. Like so. Okay, so you can see we have that easy movement. Okay. What we're going to do next is pop our truck on there. Yeah, that does work. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our mini dimensionals, and we're going to stack onto the acetate, which is in between. We're going to stack 2 dimensionals, one on top of the other. Where's my tweezers? Right. So I'm going to put 1. I'm going to put all these down the side. So we're going to go like that. I'm happy with that. We're going to have 2. So we're going to take, it's a bit fiddly, but it works. Okay, so we're going to, whoops, there we are, get 2 more dimensionals, put them on top. Okay, then we're going to pull that off. She says. There we go. Okay, so once we're happy, we've got that situated properly, I'm going to bring our truck in, and I'm going to stick it down. Right, here we go. Yay! It works. There we are. That's what we wanted. We wanted a moving truck. Right, so this piece of acetate doesn't get lost, and the recipient knows it needs to be pulled. We're going to attach, we're going to punch a 1-inch circle. You can use your punches, you can use dies, you can even hand cut it if you want. I know many moons ago, well, it seems like many moons ago, and I've still got this. This is one punch that I will never get rid of. Can you remember this one? Like this label, better off that way. This label punch, you could maybe use that, but I'm not. We're just punching with a circle today, but that is a punch I will never get rid of. Okay, with the circle we need to score it in half, so I'll just pop those out of the way, lift that up. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to pop my circle into the groove at the bottom. Just let me, just hold on. Oh, hang on. Forgot to take, that's it. Forgot to take my cutting blade out of the way. Right, I'm spot on. So we're just going to score that in half. And I'm scoring it, but I'm actually gonna cut it in half. Like so. I'm just going to pull this out. Now you'll not see this, unfortunately. What I'm going to do is I have my Stampin' Seal Plus. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attach. Ooh, don't want to get myself stuck. I'm going to attach a piece of that, a bit of that to each of them. I'm going to lift my not vellum, acetate up, and we're just going to pop that, one underneath, one over the top. There we go. And it just looks good at the end. Okay. So you can put pull on there, or however you want to do it. Okay. So that is our mechanism. Let's pop it onto our base card. As I said, we're going to have one folded in, so I'm going to fold my left hand side in. We're going to stick, we're not going to stick this tab, we're going to stick this bit, and we're going to line that up with the edge like so. Have this piece out, and we're just going to glue on this edge. I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus, okay? So you can use glue, you can use whatever. So I'm just going to put just make sure I've got that on there. Yeah. And the same here. I love it. I love this stuff. It's really, really good. Great for box making. Right. So we need to fold this side in, that side out. Don't forget that bit. We're going to match up the edge and the bottom. Stick that down. I haven't cut my bottom bit level. That's why it was blowing over, but hey, it works, it stands up, that's all that matters. So if we pull our little truck, it's going for a ride. How cute is that card? And we write on the back. There we go, all done. And you can do it with anything. Izzy's doing it with the hedgehog, so it'd be interesting to see that when it's done. Chris is doing penguins, but not doing a mechanism. They were supposed to sledge down a snowy hill, but I cut the snow wrong, and they are now sledging uphill. Oh, I love it. Love it. So, oh, cats come. Cats come to say hello, goodbye and everything else, aren't you, Monty? We don't want to see your tail, thank you. Or Papa's. No, I'm just going to lay in front of you. Let's bring that on top. So. Oh, you're not... Oh, Chris. It'll be a gorgeous card. You make some beautiful cards. Just let me... So we've got... No, it'll be fab, Chris. I'd love to see it when you've finished. So that is our Trucking Along interactive bridge card. Love it. Absolutely love that one. This is going to get, this stamp set is going to get absolutely hammered. It really is. I'm going to be doing some nice masculine birthday cards with it. And I say it's not just for Christmas at all. It is. It's for every occasion. So you see, even if you reverse stamped it, so you had them facing each other, you could do it as an anniversary card or Valentine's card or something like that. Oh, Chris, you've cut 6 of them all wrong. Oh, bless you. Oh, not good. Oh, no, you're not, Mont. We're going down in a minute. Yes, we are. He wants... Oh, he's knocking everything on the floor. He wants a cuddle. That's what he's after. So we'll have to go down and give you Monty cuddles, won't we? We've not had cuddles all day. Right, okay, so that's the Trucking Along. It's actually a bundle. You can buy, if you just want to buy the stamp set on its own, you can easily fussy cut that out, but I wanted the bundle. So if you buy it as a bundle, you get 10% off, and it's only on online exclusive, so you'll not see it in any catalogue. So anybody out there that has not got a demonstrator, just hop on over to lornacarter.stampinup.net and onto the online exclusives, and you'll be able to see all the online exclusives. So, and yes, it's exciting because we have a new mini catalogue coming out in September. We have now got it's coming up to pre-order, so we can pre-order Christmas stuff. Oh, there's so much stuff in there that is so gorgeous. Autumn stuff, Halloween stuff, exciting. So keep your eyes peeled. It's all exciting. So right, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much indeed. If you're watching on catch up, I really do appreciate it. It will be uploaded onto YouTube on Thursday evening at 8 o'clock. And if you're watching it and you like my channel, you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and we shall be very much appreciated. So right, I'll say good evening. I'm going to go and put my feet up and maybe have a drinky poos. So yeah, and we've got to have Monty Cuddles as well, obviously. You can't see his face. Where are we? Can you see? Oh, he's looking at me wanting all cuddles. So right, okie dokie, thank you very much indeed. Take care everybody, and all being well I will be live next week. It just depends, so you might miss me, but I'll pop it all on Facebook just to let you know, or Instagram. I'll pop it on there. So okie dokie, thank you very much. Love you and leave you. See you soon.